Welcome to Painted Screen Kits. Today we're going to be covering a little bit of shading and a little bit of color mixing. You can see the pattern transfer and the basic applying of paint on our other videos. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget, we have the kits for sale on Amazon as well as my website. So this is the same screen we worked on last time, where we just put the basic paint on, and today we're going to work a little bit on the shading and highlighting so things look a little more realistic. For this painting, I'm going to pretend my light source is coming from this direction, so any shadows are going to be on this backside. I'm going to start with the greenery. It's a little harder to see, so let's pick it out and get it looking a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, I have some green here. I'm going to take that with just a little bit of the white, just to lighten it up a little bit, and start picking out the edges of my poppy stems. Maybe a little more green in there. It's okay if it's too light. You can always go back and add more dark to it. And it's still a little bit too light, so let's go in with a little of the green. And here's the edge of the leaf. It's a little hard to see for me, so let's just tip it a little bit. It's just that simple to pick the highlights out of your painting. Just touch them with that lighter color. Just do a little fade in there, right down the stem. And I'm going to pick out just a little bit more on this side, just so it shows up. See how that just made that stem pop? I'm going to do the same over here. Light's going to be hitting the top of this. Bring it around. Okay, now we're getting into the shadow side, so let's just dump over here. Right down that stem. Look at how that puts it in the sunlight, makes it pop. Same with the edges of the leaves here. Okay, let's put a little bit there so we can see it. And look how that just popped that stem right out. Take it into here just a little bit. And our final one, a little more paint on my brush. And we're going to get the edge here just a little. There we go. Now, I want to darken this up a little bit in there. It's a little bit too light on that shade side. I might even take just a touch of blue, make it a little bit darker there. Same right here maybe. There we go. There's the leaves and stems all popped out. Maybe a little bit right here just for definition. Oops, too much. So let's rinse that off. Go right back in with our green and just darken that right back up. Whoops, didn't get my brush dry enough. So let's brush that out. And let's take some of that excess moisture off. There we go. There we are. There's our poppy stems. Now on the yellow's kind of hard to work with for some people. I've been playing with this a little bit, and I found I like red for the highlights to help pick the edges out. Watch your moisture content there. See, look at, I got a little puddle going, and that's way, way, way too wet. That's just going to cause problems and plug holes. So I'm going to take a little of my yellow and a little of my red, make a nice orange, and start picking out leaves. See, if I say this is a leaf right here, I can go on the back side of this leaf and just put in kind of a shadowy color. Don't want it too dark. Might have to go back in a little yellow. Mix that in a little bit right on the screen. Look, that leaf's already starting to pop out. So if this leaf comes around, there's going to be another leaf on the back side of it. And if we just pick that one out a little bit, and you can make your leaves anywhere you want. You can make your sun coming from whichever direction you want. Look at how it just makes those leaves start to separate a little bit. And let's say there's one right here. And it's going to come this way. Looky there. And another one right here. This one's kind of tucked in behind. We're going to put a little shadow all over him. And then our final one, maybe right here. Okay, so now to give just a little more shape to these leaves, I'm going to go right in the middle of them. A little heavier on the yellow. Just a touch of the orange in there. Just to make it look a little more contoured. Same way right in here. Just to give it some shape. Okay, now I got too much there. Let's go back with some yellow. Blend it in a little bit. Maybe clean up that edge a little bit. Tuck it around. At this point, you're just blending your yellows and your oranges together. The only place you want a line is where there's an actual edge of a leaf. There we have a nice yellow poppy. We're going to do the same thing down here on this bud, poppy bud. We're going to put some of the shadow color on the back side. Because remember, our sun's coming from this direction, our light source from this direction. So this side's going to be in the shade. So we're going to put a little of the color on it. You can go a little bit strong on these colors. When they're in a window, the light source coming from behind them is going to fade them out a little bit. So you can go ahead and make your colors a little bolder than you really intend them to look. See, look there. And then I think we're going to take just a touch of straight white on this edge, just to give it a little pop. Maybe the same like right here where the sun's going to be hitting it the hardest. There we go. And this final one, I'm going to say there's a leaf that comes up about here. And we can see like the bowl of the flower. So let's get into that orange again. A little bit of the red. These are the same paints that will come in your kit. I just put them on a plate for easier mixing. And we're going to say there's a bowl right here. Go back with the straight yellow. Soften it up some. Okay, so now let's pick out our leaves. And if we have a leaf coming right here, the sun's going to be on that side of it, I think. Well, let's try this right here first. Like this a little bit, maybe. And I think, let's put this one coming about like this. Make that a little darker so you can see it. Look at how that just popped that leaf right out there. And this one here, darken it up a little bit. Mix that yellow right in, right on the screen. Look at there. Okay, so let's go in now with the white. Pick out the highlights on this flower. Even right here, I think. Go back and work them in a little bit. Okay, I'm not 100% happy with that. Let's go in with the yellow. Whoops, too much yellow. Get some of that off of there before we plug up all our holes. Go ahead and pop that in a little bit more. See, you can go back and rework them as much as you want till you get the colors you want. We still have to deal with this. For that, I'm moving to the little brush, mixing up some more of that beautiful orange. And we're just going to go in and let some of that screen work for us. Don't cover it all up. And just like that, you have the center of your flower. And that's our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Next video, I hope to maybe get into a full screen and maybe cover a little bit more of the color mixing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Check out our other videos and check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to get your kit, JC Needles Original Screen Painting Kit, on Amazon. Thank you.